Today we're going to play some budget magic today. This deck that I've put together is a Mono Black Aggro deck that's coming in at time of recording was just over around $20 in paper. So you can put this deck together for just over $20. You could then obviously add a sideboard because when you're playing paper you're going to be playing best of 3 of course. But for today's video I'm going to just show you the deck and then showcase with a little bit of gameplay as well. So stick on for that. We're going to take a look at it and I'm going to explain how the deck works. Now even for Arena this is still budget as well because it's got 10 rares, which is still, you know, very low for a standard deck that can certainly win some games. But yeah, we're talking about new cards from Edge of Eternities and what it added into Mono Black. Now, for me, one of the best cards they added in was Timeline Color. When you're playing aggro decks, this is the kind of card that you want. It has warp, so you can actually pay this on turn 1, warp it in, it will cost you 2 life, but you can get to start the attacking straight away, which is what you want to be doing in this deck. Low to the ground creatures, and then going in for the quick win. So very much play style like the mono reds, and a bit like the mono green deck, although mono green landfall is more of a combo deck. I kind of see it as, you know, a bit like, you know, an infect deck or something like that, a bit more combo based. But this is a great card that can come in turn 1 and then turn 2 be played again after you played it from exile, and it's just a really good aggressive creature. Now the other cards from Edge of Eternities that we are adding into this, this is part of the rare portion of it. We've just got a couple of each of these, so a couple of 0 Point Ballad. I always feel when I'm playing budget decks that you do need some sort of like mass removal. So 0 Point Ballad is a very good price in paper at the moment, so it's still very, you know, pretty cheap. And this is good. You can destroy all creatures with Toughness X, so you can make it situational and sometimes potentially keep one of yours off. You know, if there's a lot of 1/1 tokens on there, maybe then you can keep your Acolyte. So Acolyte is one of the other couple of rares in there, and this synergizes with the deck very, very well. It has lifelink, very nice 4/4. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage, we get to draw a card and lose 1 life. So we get to get that card draw going in black. And it has Void, which is the beginning of your end step. But if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, we again get to replace it with a 2/2 Colors Robot Artifact, which is pretty sweet because we've got cards that can die, like Forsaken Milner, and can then be returned to the battlefield with its crime effect as well. And basically we're just attacking in to sometimes get the card draw. We can go all in and then get a replacement creature as well with this, which I think, you know, is pretty sweet. More, the other card I've got from Edge of Eternities is Arc Enemy's Charm. Playing Mono Black, you know, this really only fits in for me into Mono Black decks. Makes it quite a bit harder in other decks because of the triple black pips. So exiling target creature or planeswalker 1 option, returning up to 2 target creature planeswalkers from graveyard to hand. We can get some really good stuff back, like Gatekeeper of Malakir that acts as pseudo removal as well. Deep Cavern back to looking in opponent's hand as well. And then we do have Vampire Nighthawk, which I think is a great, you know, nostalgic card to put into this deck. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink, can trade with stuff, and it's just a really good card and perfectly for this aggro type of deck. Then we got Corpse of the Lost. So a very nice budget card. This can add the skeletons in, give them a pump, makes a skeleton. We can, if we descend, get it back to our hand by paying 1 life and returning it, which is really nice. We do have the miner in there that is a skeleton as well, so this will be pumped up and be a 3/2, which is, you know, which is nice as well. But yeah, this is really in there for the aggro part of it. Getting this in there and attacking in 2 of these on the field, 3 of these, you're just, you know, you're really attacking in strong with that, with our other loads of the ground creatures as well. We got bits of removal. Tragic Trajectory from Edge of Eternities as well is nice. Can get rid of big creatures. We do have a lot of stuff generally leave the battlefield, so Void can be helpful with that -10 as well. Shoot the Sheriff, one of the most expensive cards in paper in this, which I think was, you know, it is over $1 this card. So, you know, 4 of these is certainly one of the more expensive cards in the set, and it's an uncommon as well, so that's, you know, quite interesting. And then we've just got some Duress in there, attacking opponent's hand, seeing what we can, seeing what, you know, what we're ready to play for. We're playing those, you know, those decks that have got early removal, get lost, anything for the corpse can be annoying. We just, you know, you'll see from some of the gameplay that, you know, sometimes there's tactical ways of what you're playing and what you're not playing. When Duress will open up the hand, then you know basically what they might be having to do, so you can play into that with cards they don't know what you're playing. It's all very good, but this is the Mono Black deck for just over $20, and still, even at $20 in paper, super budget in, you know, on Arena as well with just 10 rares. Let's see how it plays in the gameplay. Just want to say thanks for viewing the video. If you enjoy all the content, you know, we're doing videos nearly daily every week. There's some days I accidentally miss, but you know, we got so much content, 5, 6, 7 days a week videos. If you can hit the subscribe button, it really does help. Liking the videos, commenting, and watch time is really good as well. If you can bear me to the end of the video. Anyway, let's get on to the gameplay. So here we go for game 1. Not a bad opening hand here. We have bits of removal. We've got Duress that we're going to obviously use turn 1. Oh, there's an Annex. That is a very good card. Maelstrom Pulse there as well, though. Can be quite awkward with cards that we have. Demon Wall played. I do like that card, Demon Wall. We'll go straight in with our Miner. 3 Shoot the Sheriffs here, though. So plenty of removals if opponent is playing more of a creature-based deck. Could have protection, does have green. I think we just get rid of that one because that can put counters on a thing which would help the Demon Wall attack. Malakir in hand as well, so that's another bit of removal. Getting the land is nice. Gives us the 4 land for the Acolyte. We use this while they've only got 1 creature on board. And keep the 2 Shoot the Sheriffs in hand. So opponent seems to be playing some sort of counters deck, Golgari counters. A Deep Cavern, so we can actually hit removal here. Deep Cavern, the Maelstrom Pulse probably would be the play, I think. Shoot the Sheriff that out the way so we can get in with the attacks. And down to 14, play out our Cavern. So barring, you know, a mass removal spell, we're not looking too bad here. Ooh, top drawer Ritual Chamber, so that makes it a bit more interesting. We do get a charm though, so we get rid of that 6/6, and it means we can put more pressure on. Two decent cards in hand. Oh, Duress, that's good for opponent. Let's get rid of that bit of removal. Which means then they can play Ball. We draw a land. Okay, well, we can play this. We still go attacking in because if something leaves the battlefield, we get to draw a card. And we're still putting pressure on. Draw a card. What do we get? Ooh, a corpse. Okay, nice. And we make a 2/2. What's the opponent draw? Innkeeper's Talent. That's not too bad for us. I mean, it does get big, but we're just going to keep chipping away, aren't we? This will pump up the Miner. Gets another 2/2. GG's! Game 1 down. So on to game 2. 3 Miners in hand and a lovely timeline colour with a bit of removal. 2 lands. But yeah, this is a fairly decent hand. Llanowar Elves. Ooh. I mean, Trajectory would have been good in hand. I do miss Cut Down, that's for sure. Gonna go in with the Miner. Was thinking about playing colour there and just start the aggression, but we can still do that next turn. Play another Miner as well, and then attack him for 4. Ooh, Wishclaw. I haven't seen anyone play this for an absolute age. Well, there's no way I'm going to be sending it back to the opponent. They will get to search, but, you know, I'm not going to send that back myself. So Corpse is a good draw. I think we warp this into play. Attack him for 4, and then we get to play a Miner as well. This will get into exile. So next play is either removal Miner, I'm guessing. Maybe the Corpse, because we've got a couple of Miners on there, so that will pump them up. It depends if is opponent going to play. Opponent plays nothing. Okay. I think I do go Corpse here because we'll be attacking with 3 different creatures. They get pumped up to 3/2s. I'm expecting some sort of removal here. But you know, this is quite a lot of pressure. Opponent down to 6 already. Okay, consult the star charts. Really good card from Edge of Eternities, that one. I managed to pull 2 in paper, so I was quite happy about that. Oh, Kona. Oh, we could be in trouble now, especially if they've got that enchantment in hand, and they do. Omniscience is in there. Oh. I think that's pretty much it. We will hold on for a little bit. They could just have all lands in hand. You never know. Might be lucky, but they just pull stock up, which is the best card to have with that enchantment down. Wow, we were so close there. 1 attack in next turn. A second one. Okay, well, it doesn't matter about 2 of them, but that is what we did not want the opponent to have in hand. So it was looking good. Battleship to clear the way and take a land. It's still not terrible if they've got nothing in hand, though. Yeah, they have a big 6/7 and return both of our stuff back to hand. Return that. Yeah, GG's. So close. Right, on to the next game. Duress, Miner, Bat, Sheriff. Not bad. Obligatory 2 lands, but we are only running 21 lands in this. VV deck. Okay. I think we probably take Profs here. Probably go Miner. We know they've got 1 bounce spell. So no use playing Deep Cavern Bat. Although, they would have had to bounce it. That gets that out of the way anyway. Play the mining. No. Straight into play. Deep Cavern Bat comes in. We take VV. And we've got Shoot the Sheriff in hand as well for the hasty. The hasty Tersa. So we can clear that out of the way, but they do get to fill their hand up a little bit as well, which is 11/9. Oh, time colour, but nah. Get rid of the light. That goes. Attack in for 5. +2 from the colour. We're getting for 7. Get that aggression going. Draw another land. We could play Acolyte, which will be sweet. VV Cauldron decks are everywhere. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Do you think VV's going to be banned, or is it going to be the Cauldron? We do pull it. Okay. So we're going to attack all in here. Oh, no, just remembered that's got flying. Wow. What a mistake. What a mistake. Yeah, it was meant. It was meant, of course. Yeah, we all make them. That was a silly move. Hopefully I'll be lucky to get away with this game. We still got a lot on there. We've got a Duress in hand. We can put our timeline in. But yeah, that was a bit of a silly move. Total misplay. Okay. Fear of missing out. That's okay. I mean, I still think because of the type of deck we're playing against here, we still go super aggressive. If we can draw, we can. It doesn't matter if we don't draw land. We can still do our Duress, see what opponent has in hand. Possibly something more bouncage, but we got 4 mana left anyway, so if they do bounce something, oh, they're going to Torch Tower, okay. So that goes. And there's the cauldron. So we'll definitely get rid of that. We will put this into play. And we're still just going to go all attacking because we've got to be aggressive against this deck. Seeing what they got in hand. They're probably double block there. Yeah, I was going to say they're probably double block there. So swap these over. We get to draw a card. And it's a gatekeeper, which is nice. I mean, opponent is on 1. We can use this as pseudo removal next turn. They need 2 blockers minimum. We will be able to get rid of one of these with the Malakir. That's why I love that card. It's just so good acting as that removal, getting a body onto the field. I mean, even way... Well, see, they could have removal now. No, they don't. We take down the VV deck with this budget deck. That's sweet. Right, next game. The familiar turn 1 play of the miner. If we draw our 3rd land here, we're doing pretty decent. Simic colours. Okay. Shoot the sheriff. We just attack in. I mean, I've got removal in hand, so I'm literally just going to play this to keep up the aggro. You don't always have to wait to play it. You know, if you want to be aggressive, we're playing blue deck. Lanoir is an option to kill. Okay, we draw that 3rd land, which is nice. Straight in for the corpse. Pump up, attack in for 8. No blocks from opponent because they want to be playing something early. Turn 3 for a 4-drop potentially. No, they play the Warden. And that is it. Nice and easy. Right, what do we got? A couple of trajectories. I think, yeah. Go for that turn 1 duress. Ooh, Rankle is annoying. But momentum? I mean, it looks like Mono Black, but you just never know. So I think we'll get rid of that, just in case it is like a Dimir bounce. Go in with the bat. Might as well get rid of Shoot the Sheriff. We do have removal for the Preacher, so we don't have to worry about that. And we've got Gatekeeper as well. More removal. Our expensive uncommon card. There's the Preacher that we can kill on opponent's turn. Just keep an eye on Rankle's Prank. I haven't seen Rankle's Prank play for a while either. Used to be seen in some sort of decks, didn't it, occasionally? Not a bad card at all. I mean, that's a decent card. Trouble is, I think I am going to warp it. Because opponent puts that down, they have to sack 2 creatures with their Rankles. So, we don't want to give them that value. So I think we just... I mean, we could play that, but I think we're better off... Better off just holding back, I think. They're going to get their shoot. See, if they get that, they get the Shoot Sheriff back, and then they kill us. So, you know, if they want to use it, they're going to have to singly kill it with that spell. Depending on what they draw, but it's a a tricky game, this one. Ooh. That's annoying. Oh, I mean, we get another timeline though. So I'm guessing probably Shoot the Sheriff. Which is annoying that they get that over there as well. But the good thing about the colours is that we can just warp them in. We can warp in another one, then that will go back to exile. So even if the other colour dies, we're going to get to play. But, we're just being... There comes a Shoot Sheriff, like we thought. They get back to the other one, but we get opponent down to 12. That gets exiled. Creature's no good to opponent because we've got Malakir unless they can get us to discard it, which they have, of course. Okay. Deep Cavern Bat again. We'll play that. That gets rid of the sheriff. And we see rankles and a more mass removal. That's a little bit annoying. We're going to keep that back. We don't have to play that now. We've got no cards in hand. It's only going to hurt opponent more. So we will just play this sensibly and just keep attacking him with the one creature at the moment. That doesn't really matter to us, because we get to play again. Malakir. We just play again. We've got so much life. Opponent's got 2 sorceries over there. Put the pressure on. One gets put away in exile. Now the good thing about Ballad is it costs life. So that's really not going to be used. We don't mind about discarding. We've got another creature that we can just get in. So unless, you know, they're going to get rid of the removal now and do 2 damage, which costs 2 life. Which means then the colour just comes straight back in. So opponents, they're in a bit of a tough position now. Yeah, using that just for sacrificing is really bad. Going to be a little bit careful. They can gain a bit of life. I mean, I could put the 2/1/1 counters on now. But I don't think I need to. That gets exiled. I can have removal for any creature that comes down. They're going to need 2 lots of removal. They did not have it. Game GG's. Good game. Right, on to the next one. Deck's doing well. We've got a nice curve out of creatures here and a little bit of removal as well. The dreaded island. Let's get the Forsaken in. So start out. Oh, Deep Cavern the Bat. So it takes the removal. Shoot the sheriff, of course, it's going to be taken. Okay, not too bad. We're just attacking. And there we go, Cavern. See what opponent has in hand. Ooh. Kato is annoying. And, you know, creatures can be dealt with. Tishana's is quite annoying as well, but I think we have to take Kato. That's a bit harder for us to deal with. Ooh. So I think we attack in with a minor. Wary that they can counter the ability of Malakir. So, you know, I think we just put in our Hawk. Now opponent can flash in the 4/3. That will tap them out though. So I think we could get away with attacks here, then they just flash in and then we Malakir either get back or shoot the sheriff with. That, more likely the curiosity would just become a enchantment. But we can get more creatures on the board. Them out of the way. Deep Cavern Bat eventually is going to have to block. But it's still on 13 life, but we're on 22. And we've got 2 Malakirs in hand, so we can deal with creatures. Yeah, GG's. GG's. The deck played very well today. I'm very happy with how the deck played today. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. I think, you know, if you like seeing these kind of... This is a different time of gameplay video to the previous one. I asked everyone wanted commentary, so please, you know, give it the support. I'd appreciate it. If you want to take it a bit further, I've got a Patreon on there. You can go and check them out. And if you want to get these cards in paper, check out the sponsors Cardmarket, and then you can pick up all of these and say it's a very good budget deck.